This is part 2 in how to transform your business by focusing on what's most important for profitable revenue growth. Step 1 was, how do I know if my business needs to be transformed? And just as a quick review, we'll look at the quartile analysis for customers. Basically, what we do is take the total revenue for 1 year of all the customers. In this example, there are 1,600. We divide the customers. First, we rank them highest to lowest. So customer number 1 is the highest revenue, and customer 1,600 is the lowest. We then put them in groups of 25% buckets or quartiles, and you can see the results here. Next, we look at the percent of revenue that's generated by each quartile. And what we typically see is that the revenue distribution is 89, 7, 3, and 1% by quartile. Next, we look at the overhead in the organization. This generally follows the number of customers, not the revenue. So we typically see 25% of organizational effort or overhead in each quartile. Well, with 89% of your revenue in quartile 1 and 25% of the effort, we generally see at least 150% of total organizational profit in quartile 1. The profit in quartile 2 is at best break even. In quartile 3, you're definitely losing money. In quartile 4, you're losing a lot of money in quartile 4. So you've done the quartiles. You see that you fit the model. You're 89, 7, 3, 1. Now what? Well, the next step is to look in more detail of the data. And what we're looking for is the strategic intersection of the customers and products. We do this by getting the transaction data, which is a full year typically of revenue data. We look at the revenue, the cost, and the quantity. We're looking at who bought what for 12 months, every purchase order, every line item. We take that data and then we arrange it in the strategic relationship shown here in the quadrant. And in more detail, when we look at the quadrant, first of all, we start with the blue box. The A's are the 80s. Those are generally 20% of the customers and products that yield 80% of the revenue. The B's are the 20s. Those are the customers and products that yield 20% of the revenue, typically 80% of the customers and products. And in each quad now, we have the intersection. So in quad 1, we have the high volume customers that are buying high volume products. In quad 2, we have the same high volume customers buying low volume products. And in quad 3, we have low volume customers, but they're buying the same high volume products, the A products, sold in quad 1. And in quad 4, we have the low volume customers buying low volume products. The sales percent by quad is, in quad 1, we have the 80 of the 80, which is 64%. In quad 2, we have the 20 of the 80. It's the high volume customers buying low volume products, 16%. And in quad 3, we have the 80 of the 20, generally 16%. And in quad 4, we have the 20 of the 20. What's left over is 4%. The distribution of overhead, about the same as what we talked about before, 25% in each quad in terms of the organizational effort to serve. And so looking at that information, we also have some names to describe each quad. In quad 1, we call this the fort. These are the long run standard products sold to big, large customers. In quad 2, we call this the necessary evil. We don't really want to do this, but we need to do it in order to keep the A customers happy and to provide everything that they want to order. So these are short run, kind of special products, but sold to big customers. In quad 3, this is okay, but could be great. These are long run, similar products sold, a lot of the same products in quad 1. They're standard, but it's sold to small customers. We'd like to keep this business. We just want to have less effort, less organizational effort to keep this business. And in quad 4, we affectionately call this the crap, which is can't realize a profit. These are short run, special products sold to small customers, a lot of complexity, again, only 4% of the revenue. So the quadrant overall really guides the simplification process. It drives the 80-20 decision making and shows the opportunities for improvement throughout the organization. This leads to significant profitable growth, as evidenced with several of the clients that we've worked with and examples that we have. It's really the key to unlocking the power of simplification in transforming your business. If you have any questions or need assistance, feel free to contact me at the information shown here, or you can send us an email at the bottom of the slide. Thank you for your attention today.